Let us understand factoring of difference of squares, which is product of sum and difference. However, we have a different approach here, a visual approach, factoring using tiles, which can be appreciated worldwide. I am Anil Kumar. Welcome to my YouTube channel and the website Global Math Institute. In this video, we'll understand a very important strategy using visual approach to factor. We'll take up examples based on difference of squares. You can see two examples here, x square minus 1 and x square minus 4. These are very simple, but we are going to use approach of rectangles to factor it. Idea here is to understand the concept and apply it when required. And many students, they learn better visually. So in general, you know what factoring of difference of squares is. If you have a square minus b square, you could always factor this as a plus b times a minus b, right? But now let us see. We have some tiles here. We are going to use these tiles to factor the difference of squares. As you can see, a rectangle represents an area, right? So, if I have a tile whose dimensions are, let us say, a and a, then the area is a square, right? So, in the given scenario, we are taking tiles whose dimensions are x and x. That means the area, which is written inside, is a square. And if the dimensions are 1 times x, then the area is x. And if we have a unit tile, 1 length and 1 width, then the area is 1 unit. Now, these tiles can help us represent the polynomials. Now, negative sign. So, what I've done here is I'm keeping positive sign for blue and negative sign for red. Correct? So, the red will be negative sign for us and blue will be positive sign. Is that clear to you? And then we'll represent x square minus 1 with the help of these tiles and then show you how do we factor it. Interesting? Well, in case you want to learn from me, you can always send an email on the address given. Feel free to share your suggestions and views as they are extremely important for us.
After attending university. The winner of this year's Certificate of Achievement Schulich Leader Award is Akshi Kandivani.
Great. Our student Akshit gets highest marks and the most prestigious Schulich Leader Award. You can be there. Join our classes and excel. Now let us see how do we factor using tiles. So we'll take up a very simple example, x square minus 1. But with this simple example, you will get the concept to do any question. So as I was saying, we'll keep blue as positive. X square means I have a square whose sides are x and x. So here's a rough sketch. So the area is x square, right? Now minus 1. For minus 1, I will take a red tile of 1 unit and we'll place it diagonally. So the idea here is so we are saying that blue is positive. So positive is blue and red is negative. So negative is red. So we know x square was positive. So we have a blue tile whose dimensions are x times x. So when you multiply, you get x square, area of the square. Now, to make a rectangle, we will place this number diagonally. That is the key. So we are going to place it diagonally right there, 1 unit. You see this? So that becomes minus 1 for us. Now the idea here is to complete the rectangle. So basically, what we are interested in doing is to complete the rectangle. So we could complete by adding a tile here and a tile there. Do you see that? So, but if we add, we should add one positive and one negative tile, correct? So basically, we have to add a tile here and we have to add a tile here. In that case, we make a rectangle. However, adding randomly any tile will change the equation. So what should we add and how should we add? So what we are going to do is add a positive tile, and this length indicates x, and here we'll add a negative tile, which means minus x. Do you see that? So you get the idea? So we are going to add a tile on each side, and you see that becomes a rectangle for us, right? Now what are the dimensions of this rectangle? Clearly, the one side is x minus 1, since that is minus 1, and on the other side, we have a dimension of x plus 1, correct? So the area of the given rectangle, which you can clearly see, is x plus 1 times x minus 1. Do you see that? So we have factored the given expression, which was x square minus 1. Do you see that? So x square minus 1 now is x plus 1 times x minus 1. You can do your math here. What we have here is 1x squared, and this x is positive. Then we have a negative x, and we have a negative 1. And if you add, you really get x squared minus 1 as the area, since plus x and minus x cancels. Do you see that? So that is the concept which helps us to factor using rectangles. Make sense? Factoring means writing as product of two expressions, and length and width being two expressions, their product is the area. Perfect? Now here is a neat solution for you. So what did we do? Step 1, let me write down here now. Step number 1 is to draw as per the given expression. So our expression had an x square, which is a square tile, and 1 minus a red 1 unit tile. Place it diagonally. Do you see that? That is kind of important. And then in the second stage, step 2, what do? We complete the rectangle. So here, place them diagonally. And here, complete rectangle. We didn't change it. We added one positive and one negative x. Do you see that? So effectively, it is 0. But the completed rectangle gives you the area, dimensions being on this side x minus 1, and on this side we have 1 plus x. Do you see this? So make sense? That is how we factor. Is it clear to you? Perfect. Let's try another question. That will make it absolutely clear. This time we have x squared minus 4. So how are we going to do it? Well, clearly I have to first sketch a square tile. This is x squared. Blue in color means positive x squared, and now red for minus 4. So minus 4, I'm going to add 4 squares here. So I'm making a big one and then I'm dividing it into 4 units. Do you see that? So this represents minus 4 units. Perfect. Each is negative 1. Now, how are you going to complete it? To complete the rectangle, I'm drawing a sketch, light colored, to show you how are we going to complete it. So we have completed our rectangle, right? So we have to add and subtract the same things. So preferably, we'll add plus x and we'll add minus x. You see that? So 2 plus x is minus 2x means 0. Effectively, the area is same, which is x squared minus 4. But see the expression. The expression now becomes one side we have x plus 2, right? These are 1 unit. So we have x plus 2. On the other side, we have x minus 2, right? And therefore, we can now write that x squared minus 4 is equal to x plus 2 times x minus 2. Makes sense? You see? So follow these 2 steps. The steps are place them diagonally. Perfect. So whenever there is a square and a number, they are placed diagonally. All numbers go to the corner. That's the key. All squares in the center. And if you have x, they go on the side. Do you see that? Position of x. That is how we have to work on completing a rectangle. Once the rectangle is complete, we have factored. Factoring means product is equal to the sum or difference, correct? So here is a neat and clean solution following the steps. In step number 1, we placed minus 4 diagonally. Do you see that? To x squared. And step number 2, we completed. Right? So we completed. Do you see this? Forming a rectangle. And when you're completing, ensure that you add and subtract same amount so that you do not disturb the equation. And clearly, we added 2 x's and we took away 2 x's. Perfect. And that is how we factor. And therefore, we could write x squared minus 4 is equal to x plus 2 times x minus 2. Make sense? So this is your x minus 2, right? And this side is x plus 2. Perfect. So that is how we have formed this particular rectangle. And this model helps us to visualize factoring process. Make sense? Correct. So I hope with this you have understood the concept. In case you want to learn from me, you can always send an email on the address given. Feel free to share your comments and suggestions. Thanks for your time. And if you like and subscribe to my videos, that would be great. Thank you.